The colonization of Africa ever actually ended? If you look at the math, the answer is a terrifying no. France takes home an estimated $500 billion a year from its former colonies. While the world thinks these nations gained independence in the 60s, France essentially left the back door open to their bank vaults. It's called France-Afrique, and it is the most lucrative endeavor the nation has ever done. But why is France suddenly scared of this guy? Ibrahim Traoré, the leader of Burkina Faso.
Through communication, they managed to rewrite history. And with African history as well, they schemed everything to spread lies. And as a result, some young Africans don't even know the history of Africa, what Africa has accomplished. Some don't even know that our grandparents fought, put on the front lines as cannon fodder. And when they returned, they were killed like animals. France tested its first atomic bomb. It was black soldiers they placed nearby within the blast radius to see what would happen. Let's bring out the archives. Everything they've used against Africa has been documented.
To understand the rebellion, we have to look at the invisible cage France built and how Traoré is finally breaking the bars. When France granted independence, it came with a catch called the Colonial Pact. It forced 14 nations to use the CFA franc, a currency literally created by France. To guarantee this currency, France required these countries to deposit their foreign currency reserves directly into the French treasury. At independence, they had to hand over 100%. Later, it was 65, and then subsequently 50. Think about that. Half of the nation's wealth, money earned from their own gold, oil, cocoa, and reserves, was sitting in a French bank. Africa was effectively lending its own money back to itself through France, often at interest. This is in France's playbook. They did the same to Haiti, making Haiti pay for its independence, using a loan to pay back while taking goods at a 70% markdown. On top of that, the CFA is pegged to the euro. This means when the euro fluctuates in Brussels, African economies feel the shock, making their exports expensive and killing the local growth. It's not a partnership, it's a monetary prison. The West loves to label Africa as corrupt and lacking prowess when the West are the corrupt institutions keeping these countries from developing so they can maximize profits. Without Africa, France is poor. Ibrahim Traoré is ripping up the script. In 2025 and 2026, he's led a movement to reclaim sovereignty. He's kicked out French troops, scrapped French as official language, and just hit a record 94 tons of gold production by tightening control over foreign firms. When Macron called Africans ungrateful, Traoré fired back. France exists today thanks to our ancestors. They should pray for us. Traoré and the alliance of Sahel states, Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso, are now moving to dump the CFA franc entirely. They are realizing that true independence isn't a flag or a song, it's taking direct control over your resources and your wallet. The West calls this instability, but for the people of the Sahel, it's finally ending the colonial era. Is this the start of total African era? Is this the start of a total African exit from the West? What do you guys think?